I'm going to spend some time with you all to just talk about journaling and do a really quick exercise. Now, I want to quickly touch on the benefits of journaling. I know that when you think about sometimes journaling and notebooks, you look on social media and you may see that everything looks so aesthetically pleasing. People like to use paint and colors, different pens, and sometimes that can really be intimidating. But just remember that everyone has their own style. But back to the benefits. It reduces stress, right? So with everything that's going on, all of the thoughts swirling in your head, it's nice to have something to write on that won't judge you. You write it on a piece of paper and you can just sit with it, be with it, and it won't say anything back to you. It's just there. It helps keep your memory sharp because the less things you have in your mind, the more focus you can have on other things that are a little bit more important. With that, it also can boost your mood and, of course, strengthen any emotional functions. There's a lot of habits that develop long-term meaning, and they connect with their inner needs and desires. It promotes more of a mindfulness and presents an opportunity for you to just be really emotional and raw with yourself. And again, no judgment. So for journaling beginners, I really just recommend even a blank piece of paper. Just have it beside you all day or when you're sitting at your desk. And when you feel like writing, just write. There's a lot of times where I would sit and force myself to do things and write and think things, and that really deterred me from doing that. And with that, we'll do a really quick session. If you don't have a pen and paper available, that's totally fine. Since this is really quick, I will just ask some questions that you can start writing about, and then you can come back to it later. But every end of the year, I like to reflect back and just think about how the year has been and what has been going on and how I feel about it. I think that now more than ever, it's a really good time to think back on any wins and any challenges. Especially with this year when a lot of people have said, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. I can't wait for this year to just be done and I can move on. So if you have a pen and paper, great. If not, just sit with yourself and think. But yeah, take a moment and think about how the year went for you. What were some challenges that you faced? What were any wins that you had? Anything that just comes to mind? No judgment on that. Just start writing or start thinking. And as you think about these thoughts, or you look at your list of things that you've written down, what comes to mind for you? Are you asking yourself, wow, I did a lot I did a lot this year, or, oh, I didn't do as much as I thought I would, or, wow, this pandemic really messed some plans up for me. This year was hard. This year was great. Just think about it. Now, I think it's really important to think about the present moment and look back on the year, because whatever it is that you did this year, that's really huge. And I congratulate you, and you should congratulate yourselves. And I totally understand that everyone wants to just move forward and can't wait. But, we're only at December 19th and we have about 2 weeks left of the year. And I realized that I shouldn't be so anxious and just so over 2020 when there's 2 weeks left, because what are you going to do with these next 2 weeks? So I challenge everyone, and I challenge myself all the time to just be in the present moment with the rest of this year. Nothing chemically or biologically changes at 12:01 on January 1st. Maybe your mood changes because you're excited. That's your indicator of it's a new start, it's a new day. But what is stopping you from making the new start be at noon in the next few minutes or tomorrow? I think that by journaling and looking at your thoughts, it allows you to really sit back and just say, oh, that's what was going on in my head. And you can take it from there. Sometimes journaling stuff doesn't make sense. Sometimes I don't even write full sentences. And sometimes I will draw pictures or anything like that. You have full creative control over yourself when it comes to journaling. And I think that's why it's so powerful, because it's non-judgmental and it's just there with you to support you and remind you of where you were at the present moment. So I hope that you will be inspired to journal some more. There's a ton of stuff online and, of what you're thinking and how you're feeling and anything that can provoke any thoughts. But sometimes I'll even just look out the window and say, oh, the leaves are moving a lot more this today. It must be super windy. Just anything that comes to mind. And it's also really fun to take a look at everything you've written in the past and just recall those moments and those snapshots in time based on those words and photos or even drawings that you put in there. So good luck with your journaling journey, and just know that it's really easy, pen and paper, or even on like your phone. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that quick break from all of these amazing sessions. And next we have Marketing Your Private Practice with Dr. Jensen. Again, just know that in between people, the screen does go blank for a little bit. So just sit tight. And thank you so much.